Now we're recording. So we didn't miss much, so we can get started here. So make sure you guys ask questions. Make sure you interact with me, Lauren, and Alexa, who will be teaching with us, and then only it'll be fun. Okay. If you guys keep quiet, we'll get bored, and that's not a good thing. And if you guys are not doing well, you will hear from me. If we are not doing well, I would like to hear it from you. Okay. So as a college president, I've learned to teach this class as a college level class. It's not like your high school class. It's not all nicey things. You get yelled at if you don't do well. Sounds good? You should have a math packet in your package. It's a handwritten document. Go ahead and open it, please. It's this one. I wrote this book on a Friday evening in 2010, and we have made more than 5,000 copies of this. We're going to get started directly. You're in advanced level, so it's a pretty intense class, and you'll see that from the day one. Page 4, we're going to start with trigonometry and pre-calc today. Have your calculators ready. Ask questions. Let's rock and roll. The fun begins today, okay? All right. So on page 4, you have trigonometric functions. I'm just going to quickly review those trigonometric functions. There are 6 trigonometric functions. 3 are the most important ones, called the fundamental trigonometric functions. And there are 3 extended trigonometric functions, which are basically the opposites of the first 3. You will be asked on all 6 questions in ACT, especially in the last 5 questions of the ACT math. There are 60 questions in math, 60 minutes. Math is getting difficult. There is a trend we are seeing. Math is getting difficult in ACT. It's been a while. We had a 36 in math, perfect 36, maybe at least 1 year. We had a lot of 35s, but not 36s because it's getting harder. So we'll have to work harder to get to that 36. I want to remind you guys are in the advanced class, so you will be pushed. There will be days you might be frustrated, which is okay with me. What I'm not okay with is you guys not asking questions. I don't want you to carry your baggage to your home. You have to ask questions right here itself. Sounds good? We're going to get started with the first question. Let's get started. Question number 1. This is a right angle triangle. So this is angle theta. This is angle alpha. The sides are AB, and using the Pythagorean square root of a squared plus b squared for the hypotenuse. And if you don't know something, just because others may think that's a silly question or a simple question, I don't care. I want you to ask, okay? So last year I remember I started this one, and one person like, could you just quickly run through how you got this? I still remember this. My job is not to judge anybody. My job is to teach students. I want to make it very clear, okay? So if you don't know, ask. That's all you have to do. All right, first question for you guys. A, find sine theta times cotangent alpha. You have few seconds to work on it. Get started. If you don't know, I'll be going through this anyways. Page 4, you can use page 4 as a reference. Now, standing instruction, if you find an answer, if you're online or face to face, unmute or just say, I'm your name, so I know you've done. So I would like you to interact with me. So if you're face to face, say Aiden is done or Brody is done. So just like that. So I want to keep you guys interactive throughout the 2 hours. Same with the online students.
I think I'm done.
Okay. Online students, I would rather you guys unmute and tell me your name than do the emojis.
Ellie's done.
Good,
Minnie's done.
good.
Carson is done.
Fantastic. Okay, now put your pencils down, listen up. Okay? So when I'm explaining, I expect you to watch the whiteboard, listen, understand, ask questions. Okay? This is how the college is going to go for you guys. Okay? This is how a college class is going to go. If you are busy in your own work, a professor does not have time to tell you what a high school teacher did. You with me on this? You snooze, you lose. Okay? So, sine theta, this is the angle theta. Sine is defined as opposite or hypotenuse b or square root of a square plus b square times. Cotangent alpha is not the standard fundamental trigonometric function. So the opposite of cotangent is tangent alpha. So we're going to go with that one. Alpha is here. Tangent is defined as opposite or adjacent, A or B. So cotangent alpha is opposite of this, B divided by A, B divided by A. So the answer is B squared divided by A times square root of A squared plus B squared. In a real ACT test, I would be expecting this group of students to be done around 30 to 45 seconds. Sounds good? That's all you have time for. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of time. That's why you will have to practice, practice, practice. If you got this answer, tell me your name.
Austin.
Ellie. Minnie.
Good. We're off to a good start. Now, let's talk a little bit more in detail. So if I'm writing an ACT test, which I had a pretty good, great opportunity, by the way, years back they had called me to write ACT math and science. Didn't do that. 95% chance the answer will be this one. All right? This is what they'll be happy with.
Repeating numbers.
Oh no, this is it. This is it for the answer choice. But they can tweak it further. Okay? The reason is we have a radical in the denominator. So what they would do, they would take this and just listen to this. B squared divided by A times square root of A squared plus B squared. To get rid of this radical at the denominator, I multiply and divide by the same radical called the process of conjugation. This is called conjugation. What does a conjugation does? It gets rid of the denominator radical. Because square root of a squared plus b squared times square root of a squared plus b squared is a squared plus b squared. So you can see the denominator does not have a radical anymore. So this is called conjugate or conjugation. So they can have this answer choice or this. They won't have both. Sounds good? So they can have this or this. Questions? And this is how it's going to go throughout the 15 sessions. I teach, you write, you solve a problem, and we keep it moving. Same with science. I teach math and science here. Lauren and Alexa will be taking care of English and reading. Lauren will do a little bit math as well. You guys cool with this? Again, I'm first class. There will be nerves. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. We don't have time for those things. Okay, just ask. Okay. Let's go to the next question. We're gonna use the same triangle. Okay. Find cos alpha divided by cosecant theta. Not knowing is not a big deal for me. Not learning is a big deal.
Carson's done.
Aiden's done.
Austin's done. Ernest done.
That's all I'm asking for. Let's keep it simple, okay? I think this is a college class. This is exactly how it's gonna go. All right, let's keep it moving. Cosine alpha. Cosine is adjacent or hypotenuse. B divided by square root of a squared plus b squared divided by cosecant theta. So to get to cosecant, you need to know sine theta. Sine theta is b divided by square root of a squared plus b squared. Right? We just did that one. So cosecant theta is inverse of that one. Square root of a squared plus b squared divided by b. So we flip it. So we're gonna flip it here. Square root of a squared plus b squared divided by b. You guys cool?
Mm-hmm.
Let me teach you a simple technique how to divide fractions of fractions. Okay? Listen to this. This is the simplest and quickest. You take these two and multiply. B squared divided by, and multiply these two. Well, square root and square root cancels. A squared divided by a squared plus b squared. That's your answer.
It's like set it up going sideways.
Oh, you sure can do that as well.
So it's just like cos.
You sure can do that as well. How many got this? One.
Allie got this.
Carson.
1, 2, 3, 4. How about you guys?
I didn't do.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, I just know stuff about it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds to review these two problems. When you walk out of the class today, ask yourself, do I know this completely and correctly? So two words you're gonna hear a lot from in our class. Completely and correctly. If you don't know that, it'll be a crapshoot going forward. Because you don't have time in the test. You got to know it correctly and completely. You guys good? All right. Question number C. Let's go. Hey Ellie, can you see the whiteboard clearly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Carson got this.
Ellie got this. Sydney got it too.
Perfect. I like this.
I got it.
Good. This is a much easier question, by the way, but around 45, question number 45. This will be around question number 50, 55s. This is around 45-ish. Okay. But there's a fun to it. I'm gonna make a little fun here, okay? We'll see that. All right, let's get started. First thing first, go to your graphing calculator, go to the mode. Third one, it should be degrees, which should be highlighted, not radians. So walk into the testing center having degrees as the mode. You guys cool? Cool. Okay. That's the first step. Second, let's get started here. So the significance of trigonometric function is amazing. It gives a relation between an angle and two sides. That's all it is. But the entire physics and chemistry is built on these fundamentals. The architecture of this building is all simple based on trigonometry. So you take an angle and it's a ratio of two sides. So that's trigonometric function for you. So we have an angle, opposite side, and an adjacent side. So tan 38 is equal to 100 divided by x. And in the real test, you got to write this. No shortcuts. You just can't have shortcuts. Because one mistake will cost you the 36. And I'm not teaching you guys to get a 28 here. I'm teaching you to get a 36. Is that clear? So this is advanced level for a reason. Second step, multiply by x both sides. So x tan 38 is equal to 100. Divide by tan 38 both sides. X is equal to 100 divided by tan 38 degrees, which is equal to 128 inches. I don't care about decimals and stuff like that, okay?
They'll be rounded on the test.
Something like that. And the other answers won't be even close to this. So don't waste time on those high schoolish stuff, okay? Look at the big picture. How many got 128 inches?
I got it.
1, 2.
I got it.
I got it. I did too.
Okay. All right, let's start. Now the fun starts, okay? This was just a warm-up. So this was a question number 47 in the real test. But the answer they gave was not 128 inches. What do you think was the correct? This is correct. But what do you think that they gave as an answer choice, which many students got it wrong?
Feet.
That was not in feet, but it is a good guess.
They didn't simplify it all the way.
You guys tell me the answer. You have 5 choices in ACT math. Tell me what it was. I'm gonna make you think, guys. Simple. It's not. This is not a high school class. I'm gonna repeat this. There'll be a lot of thinking. It was not 128 inches. It was not in feet. What did you think was the answer choice?
100 over 10, tangent 38.
Pretty close? No. Good one. He said, Austin said 100 divided by 10, 38. This one. Good one, but that was not the right answer. But that was pretty close. I can give you a hint. But they could give this as an answer choice too, by the way. So it can be this or this. But none are there in the real answer choice.
1038 equals 100. No.
You want to get 36? Think. Online students as well. Just don't want you guys to just sit there and listen to the fun. I want you to participate in the fun. I don't care if it's wrong or right. I want you to think.
$38.
Nope.
They did the inverse.
Nope. Nobody online? No thoughts? Can disappoint me from the first day.
It's not
Did
caught.
did they do like tan 38 over 100?
Nope, that won't be correct. I don't care if it's right or wrong. I want you to just tell me.
Caught. They, did they do the caught?
Oh, now you got this. Yes, they did. Opposite of tangent is cotangent, right? So 1 divided by tangent is what? Cotangent. So the answer they wrote was 100 cotangent 38 degrees.
Because it's multiply the 100 cotangent instead of divide it.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
It's because 1 divided by tangent 38 is same as cotangent 38. This was the answer, correct answer. See? Forcing you guys to think. That's pretty cool, right? Yes or no? Ellie, make sense?
Yeah.
There could be one more answer format. What would be? Fourth option. All these are correct. It can be 128 inches, it can be this, it can be this. There's one more.
Like 1 over something.
You can tan to sine over cosine.
Nope. Nope. I'm okay with wrong answers, so it's good that you guys are talking to me.
Like 1 over something.
Nope. This was completely sneaky, I would say, to be honest.
Code 38 over 100.
Nope. The answer has to be right? The valuation of the problem has to be right. So they can.
That's not right.
Nope. When you flip that, the answer becomes a decimal.
Never mind.
This is a tough one. This was not a tough one. The next one is a tough one. But I've seen it many times. They have done it. So I have to teach you guys that.
They put it in radians.
Nope. Nope.
Will the test ever be in radians?
There will be some questions in radians. You just have to convert in degrees. I'll give you a candy if you get this right. Last chance. And I've only left with only one. Candy at stake. Come on. Think. You want to be taught by a college professor?
the
Right
tri-
here it is.
The triangle, did they have triangles as answers?
Nope, nope, nope.
Could you plug it in with the secant squared of the trigonometric function and do secant squared 38 minus 1?
Nope.
And then
Nope,
okay.
nope. They know that you
You,
have, they only have 60 seconds per question. So they know it. Oh, Sydney, go ahead.
could you do 100 sine 38 over over cosine 38?
Nope. That's correct, but I've never seen that happen. This is what they did. You guys want to know? Here you go. This is what they did. They use this angle now and use this angle as tangent is opposite or adjacent and solve for x. Get your calculators. Get your calculators. Do 100 times 100 tan 52. It should come out to 128 inches.
Tan 52.
Has to be. Right? They sure can do this. These are the 4 possible choices you can be given, but not all 4 in the same problem. So you got to keep your eyes open. You got to be clear that once you get an answer as 128, and if you don't see it, they've done something to it. And if you freak out at the time, that freak out is going to carry to the other questions. Am I clear on this? Online students, Ellie, Carson, Brittany, any questions? Not Brittany, Sydney. Go ahead.
No.
Are you guys understanding this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is learning, okay? This is right here is learning, okay? All right, let's keep it moving. Question number D. On page 4 of the math packet, right in the middle of the page, there are trigonometric relationships, also called trigonometric identities. The first one is the most important one. Sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1, called the fundamental trigonometric identity. Try the 4th question. D. Austin, what did you pick?
I have D, 2 and 4.
Okay. Anybody else?
I also got D.
Okay. Ellie, are you confident?
What?
Are you sure that is correct?
Like, kinda sure.
Austin, are you sure?
Mostly.
Mostly sure, okay. Alright, D is correct. Alright, let's get started here. So, in the trigonometric identities I just talked about, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. So express cosine theta in terms of sine theta. So minus sine squared theta, minus sine squared theta both sides. So cosine squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. Then you square root that. So cosine theta is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus sine squared theta. That's this option here. Oh, I should. Oh. Oh no, I should have. I should have said sine squared theta. Sorry, guys.
You?
I was thinking in my mind it was express sine theta in terms of cos theta. Sorry, but that make sure that make that correction. Alright, that's the first one. Second one, in the same page 4 of the math packet, there is a formula tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cosine theta. Do you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
So cosine theta is equal to sine theta divided by tan theta. You just flip these two, which is right this one. So the answer is a D. Sorry about the what I wrote there. Don't blame you guys if you got that wrong because I wrote the answer choices wrong. But does this make sense? Ask questions.
Hold on, I'm thinking of a question.
Yeah. Don't mind repeating it all. Take your time. I'm waiting after this.
The original question, the original problem, you had the sine squared theta plus sine squared theta, or plus cosine squared theta equals 1. That's just the relationship there.
Yeah.
You just use that for every single one.
Yeah. Well, depends on the problem.
So can you give
That, when you see this radicals and stuff like that, square roots, that's an indication.
Oh, okay. So when it says express cosine in terms of sine, is that a way to know?
Yeah, that's the one indication. That's why you had two choices, two ways to get to that point.
Okay.
That's why I would like you, all of you, to redo this problem in your notes one more time. Even if you got it right, do it again. This is an important problem.
Doesn't matter if you minus sine or cosine first.
Definitely has to because you're solving for cosine theta.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
so when you got number 2, how did you swap the tan and the cosine on the on the denominator and the one side?
Well, you can do the whole process, Carson, where you multiply by cosine theta both sides and then divide by tan theta. But there's a simple rule in math, if you want to remember, you want to know this formula. If x is equal to y divided by z, z is equal to y divided by x. You just flip them.
And then y is equal to.
Y is equal to xz. Yeah, I'm using this technique to get to that point.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we continue, just want to take a few seconds here. I'd asked your parents to ask you guys to watch the video, the parent session video. Have you watched the video?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, make sure you guys do that. It's really helpful. This is the first time we are actually wanting students to watch that. Okay, so that should be done. All right. So far, am I going fast?
I think it's fine.
It's good.
Just don't go any faster.
What's that?
Don't go any faster.
Okay, no. This is it. But if I'm going faster, you got to tell me that. Hey, my notes, slow down. Okay, that's that type of relationship. Is it been boring? Is it too tough?
Okay, it's tougher.
What's that? Oh, it's gonna get tougher, man. For sure.
Okay.
It's gonna get tougher. It's gonna get easier too sometimes. All right, let's go to page 5. Try this problem. E.
What does that say? Pardon?
Find angle of depression.
Oh, okay.
I think I got it.
I got it too.
Ellie got it.
Carson got it.
Sydney got it.
How many are confident their answer is correct? That's most important to me. 1 here, 2 here.
I am. Your Sydney is.
Carson is.
Which one is angle of depression? A, B, or C?
C,
Angle C is the depression. What is angle A called?
elevation.
Angle of elevation. So sine C is opposite divided by hypotenuse. C is equal to what we call a trigonometric inverse. That's on page 5. So when do I use, listen to this, I'm going to repeat this 3 times. When do I use an inverse? When I need to find an angle. Okay? I'm going to repeat this. When do I use an inverse? When I need to find an angle. And that's what it says on the page 5, right in the middle. Inverse will be used to find the angle using trigonometric function. For that reason. Make sense? So, sine inverse of 17.2 divided by 29.4. Tell me what you guys get.
Oh, that's a 29.
This one?
I have 35.3.
35, so 36 degrees.
Excellent from the elevation.
So, when do I use an inverse?
Angles.
Finding an angle. Never, ever forget that. So if I use an inverse, my result is an angle. And how many angles are in a triangle? 3. Out of them is a 90 degrees. So how many are left with? 2. That's all it is. Questions on this one? Question F. Let me complete this question first, then you guys can start. Okay, let me make sure I don't make the same mistake as here. Try this. I'll give you guys 5 minutes time. It's supposed to be done in 45 seconds.
Carson was done.
How confident are you, Carson?
I'm pretty confident.
Good.
Ellie's done.
How confident are you, Ellie?
confident.
I like that.
Sydney's done.
Same question for you, Sydney.
I'm pretty confident.
Good. I know Sydney and Ellie, by the way. They've taken my classes before, so I know them well. Well, Sydney, you tell me the answer.
Is it c squared over a squared?
Correct. Anybody else? That's 10. Okay. All right, let's get started. What did I say? What does an inverse give you?
Angles.
An angle. How many angles are there?
3.
3. One is 90 degrees, so you're left with 2. So in this triangle, there's an angle B which is 90 degrees, so I'm left with A and C, right? How is sine defined as? Opposite or hypotenuse? So what angle opposite is side A is this angle, right? Opposite or hypotenuse. So this entire thing, what I just wrote, is nothing but cotangent of angle A squared. And what is tangent A? Opposite or adjacent. Cotangent is C over A squared. C squared or A squared. Boom, done.
Okay. I was lost, but I understand. I got it.
Carson and Ellie. Did you guys get this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. All right. Now, Lauren is going to come. You're going to get a 5 minutes break. Okay. Before that, I have a question. This is how I teach. Do you have any concern with this style of teaching? Any concern, questions, issues? You guys okay with this? Online students?
Yep.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. But you know what to do if you don't like something, right? You're gonna have to ask questions and tell me on the face. All right? As simple as that. So what would I like for you guys to do? When you guys go home today, and I mean today, review this entire stuff by redoing all these questions still. F. You with me on this? Then you'll never forget this. Repetition is a magic pill. You do that. So look at this. You're sitting in the ACT test. You're in math question. Let's say you come across that one, E or F. Let's pick E. Let's say you do not know the concept or you've heard it but you're not sure. How do you feel at the time? Oh my God, I've heard this, I've seen it. Oh my God, right? These emotions go through your mind. But have you got the answer correct? No, you're just wasting your time. You with me on this? You don't have time for emotions that day. But look at the other side. Let's say you know about this and you get it in 10 seconds. What happens? Yeah, I got this. Pick your choice. Do you want to suffer during the testing or do you want to be confident to keep it moving forward? You have only 2 choices. Sounds good? That's what repetition does. It gives you confidence. That's what you guys do. You guys play sports. You don't practice one time, right? You do the same damn thing 100 times. That's why you guys are good. Apply the same logic to this class. Clear about this? All right. I'll see you guys next week. And online students, stay as is. You guys be on mute. Take a 5 minutes break. Lauren will be here and she'll continue. Cool? All right. Good night, guys.